Have you ever found yourself spiraling in a relationship, feeling unseen, unloved, or overly reactive, and thought, why does this keep happening? Or maybe there's a part of you that longs for someone to finally show up for you, to love you fully and choose you in all the ways no one ever has. What if I told you that person you're waiting for is you? This is your invitation to begin one of the most powerful journeys of your life, the sacred art of reparenting your inner child, the metamorphosis of the wounded child begins when we grow, not just in age, but in consciousness. It is the sacred shift into a mature adult who can reclaim the joy, wonder, and lightness of being childlike, without slipping into the shadow of being childish. But how do we do this? How do we grow up while still honoring the parts of us that were once small, vulnerable, and unmet? We do this by consciously reparenting ourselves. The truth is, most of us did not receive the kind of parenting we deeply needed. Not because we were undeserving, but because our caregivers had their own limitations, wounds, and blind spots. Some of us experienced deep trauma. Others were neglected, abandoned, or simply not met with the presence, love, and care we longed for. And so unconsciously, we carry this unmet longing into our adult lives. We search for someone, often a partner, to give us what we didn't receive. We look for someone to love us unconditionally, to pour light and affirmation into the places where we still feel unloved or unseen. We project our inner world onto our partners, casting them in the roles our parents once held. Without realizing it, our inner child sets expectations on them to fulfill every need, to satisfy every longing, to rescue us from our own emotional landscapes. And when they can't, because no human can, we create chaos. We collapse. We withdraw. We argue. We feel betrayed. And so the wound deepens and the cycle continues. But it doesn't have to. Right now you have a profound opportunity. You can begin the sacred work of reparenting yourself. This process will transform your relationships, not by perfecting them, but by removing the unconscious child from the driver's seat. You begin to relate as an adult. You begin to be the one you've been waiting for. And that starts with release. Release your partner from the role of mother or father. Free them from the burden of meeting needs that were never theirs to carry. Let go of the subconscious contracts and silent expectations. Begin to see them as a fellow traveler, perhaps a friend, a companion, a mirror, a sacred other, but not a parent. They are human, just like you, walking their own path. And you, now an adult, can be here fully for yourself. You can meet your needs with clarity and grace. You can communicate with maturity and love. You can trust yourself to honor what you need without blame or shame. Reparenting your inner child means cultivating safety within. It means listening to the small voice inside you with compassion, validating your emotions, and setting boundaries that protect and empower you. The more you consistently show up for your inner child, the more trust you build. That part of you begins to feel safe. It begins to relax. It starts to believe that it matters. And from that safety, your inner child can finally express, mature, and integrate, evolving into a wise, empowered version of you who knows what they want, knows how to honor themselves, and knows they are worthy of love. But here's something important to understand. Many people unconsciously try to create security for their inner child, when what we actually need is safety, Security is fear-based. It's the ego's attempt to control the future, to plan for every possible outcome, to make discomfort impossible. But true safety doesn't require control. True safety is spacious. It allows the present moment to be what it is. It welcomes emotion. It listens, holds, and witnesses without judgment or resistance. Safety says, whatever you're feeling right now, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. So the next time your emotional body is activated, pause. Instead of shaming or judging yourself, try saying, I'm here with you. I'm listening. You matter. Let those words land. Let them wrap around your heart like a warm blanket. You're not abandoning yourself anymore. When emotions are acknowledged and validated, they can move through you. They complete their cycle. And in that fullness of feeling, you begin to understand what you truly need. You begin to sense where your boundaries are. You start to reclaim your inner compass. But if you don't feel your emotions, if you shut them down or ignore them, you'll continue to rely on others to do what only you can. You'll expect people to read your mind, anticipate your needs, and save you. You'll keep playing out the same painful patterns, waiting for something to change externally, when the real shift begins within. So next time your inner world is stirred up, give yourself permission to feel. No matter what arises, it is always valid, always worthy of your presence. One powerful way to deepen this practice is by having an inner dialogue. Speak with your inner child. Let your adult self ask, how are you feeling? What do you need from me? And then listen. Go back and forth. Start a relationship with that part of you. Let it know it's not alone. When you listen long enough, when you show up consistently, something beautiful happens. That child within you blossoms. They begin to trust the adult you've become. They begin to feel whole. And this is the metamorphosis. This is how you grow. This is how you become the parent you never had, and the person you were always meant to be. And as you begin or deepen this reparenting journey, I want to leave you with a few journal prompts to help you connect with your inner child in a real, tangible way. Take a deep breath, grab your journal, and let whatever wants to come through flow without judgment. What did I most long to hear from my parents or caregivers as a child? Now reflect and write those words as if you're saying them to your younger self. When I feel triggered in relationships, what need is my inner child asking to have met? What does my inner child need to feel truly safe with me today? In what ways do I still expect others to rescue, fix, or validate me? How can I begin to offer that to myself instead? Let your answers surprise you. Let them speak freely. You are worthy of being seen. You are worthy of feeling safe. You are worthy of love. Remember, the love and safety you long for doesn't come from someone else. It begins with you.